Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a couple days since I posted just finished finals. So a little bit hectic time, just in the books the entire time, but now that I'm on summer, I'm gonna be devoting a lot more time to YouTube. And I know you guys might be saying, "Oh, this guy's turning into a mock draft guy." It gets the views, and I'm trying my best not to turn into a mock draft guy, even though it's my favorite thing to do. So I'm gonna be doing that as primarily what I do at the moment. And Keon's kind of taking a step back at the moment, which is perfectly fine. He has his own thing to do, which is, I mean, it's life. We all got our own stuff to do. So uh, what I'm going to be doing here, because I'm going to be doing a debate coming up soon over whether Baker Mayfield is, or well, I'm just going to do a hot take on whether Baker Mayfield is a top 5 quarterback, which I think he is. It's a hot take. Um, but we're going to be doing right now mock drafts, 3 rounds for each division. So you guys might be like, how the hell does he even know all these players? I'm still learning, but I've spent some time looking over draft profiles, or the draft profiles that are available at least, and getting more acquainted with these guys. So let's kick it off with the AFC North, my Steelers. So we're gonna just select the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, and Bengals here. And I do have premium. Look at that. We'll do more mock drafts with like trades coming in the future. The more I understand players, because then we'll see more team positional needs as well. Regardless, let's start this off. Okay, so I like how it says the draft is paused. This might come out a little bit sketchy because I've seen the Jags select Penei Sewell, #1 overall, which is ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. All right, finally. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. So, Bengals, if you're here, you either need a tackle or you need some help for my guy Joe Burrow. And I love the idea of pairing up Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow. It's such a match made in heaven. And AJ Green's on a 1-year deal. He's getting old. He's injury prone. Try to ship him off, get some good draft capital, maybe get a compensatory pick. Get Jamar Chase in there, lead the entire franchise for good. All right, this is starting to turn out a little bit like what I have been doing, which is pretty solid. Uh, let's see if there's Trey Lance. I was about to say let's see if there's any crazy picks here. Trey Lance. Wow, number 14. I mean, I could see that happening. I think he had like something like 47 or 49 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Like, holy. I mean, granted, he's division what? Yeah, he's not in FBS, he's in FCS. But I mean, North Dakota State's been pumping out some draft talent, so I mean, Trey Lance, I've watched him play. I watched him in the national championship where Mel Kiper said he was good, not great. And I wasn't too thrilled about him, but I mean, I'm not going to complain, especially with the talent he's shown so far. So the Browns, I actually have my own big board here. Surprise, surprise. But Browns, I mean, they could take another corner, but they don't really need to at this point. I've been hearing a lot of talk about wide receiver because Jarvis Landry's on his way out. And honestly, I'm gonna move Jalen Waddle up. That's way lower than I should have put him. But let's stick to this for the time being. I'll unleash my board soon enough. So I actually really like Rondale Moore here. Rondale Moore is kind of like a freaky athlete in the way that he's just like a super weapon. And no, he's not going to be Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith in like the way that they're already like superstars. But Rondale Moore has kind of like that weird movement ability that is kind of hard to replicate. And I think that he's just going to become a super weapon for Baker Mayfield once they lose Jarvis Landry. So we're going to stick with Rondale Moore here. I just want to keep it a little bit interesting. I don't want to be the same old like repeat, like wash, rinse, repeat type guy. So regardless, at this point, I don't really understand, but Alex Leatherwood should not be this low. And if Cosme falls this far, I really don't think he should. But I think he'll go to the Steelers. We need a lot of tackle help, and everybody's going to be like, Alex, are you serious? You're not taking a quarterback? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I think that there's some solid depth in this class. Um, I'll show you guys my board eventually, but Samuel Cosme is a beast. really, really solid talent, and I think that if he continues to just develop, I think that he has some insane potential when it comes to going to the next level. Okay, right here with the Ravens, Brevin Jordan. I heard he's a really solid talent, but Freiermuth is just so much better. And I know how these guys like to run their freaking 3 tight end sets, and Mark Andrews times Pat Freiermuth, and I don't know who else they have because I'm pretty sure they got rid of Hayden Hurst. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that one, but ooh, Brevin Jordan going to the Redskins. That's interesting. Jordan Reed replacement. All right, so we're here. Um, if we're here with the Bengals and Alex Leatherwood's on the board, I think that they're going to be thanking uh, whoever they believe in. So we're going to stick to Alex Leatherwood. Super great talent. I think that if they need him, they'll kick him into guard. I think he was like #1 guard in the country when he was playing there until Jonah Williams kicked out. All right, Browns. Let's see who's on the board. Uh, like they really don't need any more offensive weapons at this point. It's just like not really a need. I know that. I mean, what? Wait, Josh Myers did go. I was just curious, but offensively they don't really need any help. Tyler Shelvin's a monster. I watched him play a little bit, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. He's pretty high on Mel Kiper's board as well, and I think that he's going to be a solid interior presence, to be honest. And I'm like looking at who else is here. I'm not really getting too excited. LeCount might be an interesting option here, but I really don't think that that's going to like really be all that. Um, yeah, so I agree that Tyler Shelvin should be the pick here from my board as well. We're gonna take him right there. Interesting. All right. So we're gonna stick back. We're gonna go back to the predictive board. Steelers. At this point, if Jamie Newman is here, you just take a shot on a potential franchise guy here. Second round, Jamie Newman. This is the pick that you guys probably wanted in the first round. We're gonna stick to it. Let's go, Jamie Newman. I saw him against Clemson. He looked like a fish out of water to me, but uh, I gotta watch him at Georgia this year because Wake Forest runs a very interesting style of offense. So once we get to see him in a more conventional style of college offense, I think it would be a little bit better. Okay, Ravens. I mean, they're just screaming edge at me, but I don't really think any of these guys really like speak to me in the way that they should. Yeah, see, on my way to even on my big board, I didn't really have any of these guys in the top 75, so we're not going to stick to that rule for now. Asante Samuel Jr. is a beast. I like him a lot, but I mean, the more we've gotten into the modern NFL, defenses have started to run 3 safety sets, and Richard LeCount would be a pretty solid option at this point in the draft. I think he might even slip into the first, but if he doesn't, then it's a solid pick right here. Just add in that rotation type player who can make a big difference in Richard LeCount. All right, we're with the Bengals. Got to see who's on the board right now. Caden Stearns is a solid player, I must admit. Chris Olave's awesome, but I mean, at this point, if Asante Samuel is here, I don't think that you can really go away from him. Let's look at my board right now. Um, yeah, I love Tanner Morgan, by the way. I love Tanner Morgan. But we're going to go Elijah Holden. I think this guy's a beast. We are going to go back to the predictive board because I saw it kind of skewed. A couple picks right there with picks that I thought should go. Actually, we're going Israel Mukwamu. I saw him play against Georgia and get 3 picks. I mean, that is against a very run happy offense and a very safe offense. So if you're able to pick off I can't remember his name. How the hell do I not? Regardless, backup for the Bills now. Wow. I am seriously surprised that I just blanked on Georgia quarterback's name. Jake Fromm. Oh my goodness. All right. Slip up. But if he's able to pick up Jake Fromm 3 times, it's kind of impressive. So let's see who's on the board. Um, at this point, if you're in the third round, I don't think like even though I know they have Wills and they have Conklin, I don't think that it would be too awful to bring in a stud tackle like Alaric Jackson. Alaric Jackson has a lot of upside. He was opposing Tristan Wirfs on the offensive line, and I think Alaric Jackson could be the real deal here, a real steal in this part of the draft. They could go. I mean, I love Najee Harris. I think he should go way before this, but there's no real need for him in that backfield if we're gonna be 100% honest. And I'm looking down the line here, can't really see anything like glaring, and like Lorenzo Neal's solid as well. Fun fact: Derek King's one of my favorite quarterbacks I've ever watched in my entire life. I went to go see him at versus SMU, and I watched this guy on tape, and he was my favorite. And I watched him in person, and he's jaw dropping. His like the only reason I don't have him that high on my board, what I have him probably in like second round, yeah, is because he's a redshirt senior, and I don't think people take that into account enough. If we're gonna be honest, people just like when it comes to Joe Burrow, people were saying, "Oh, well, he still would have went number one overall above Trevor Lawrence," which I don't think that's true, anyways, regardless of talent. But Trevor Lawrence, he is way younger, like a couple years younger than Joe Burrow is. It's like you have those years to develop him in the NFL and keep him for longer. But regardless, because I mean, you're gonna guaranteed for 5 years, but whatever. I don't think you can pass up on a talent like Alaric Jackson at this point in the draft. So we're gonna stick to that. Give him another offensive line, and plus, offensive linemen go down so often in the NFL nowadays that it's just such an issue. That you just, I mean, worst case scenario, your offensive line is a bunch of Iron Men, and then you have an amazing backup for when either A, one guy retires, or B, you get a shit ton of trade value out of him. So I don't really complain about that too much. So we're gonna go back to my board. Elijah Molden's still here, so that's pretty solid. I thought I took Elijah Molden earlier for some reason. I probably took somebody else. Um, I mean, I don't really see too much of a need right now at too many positions for the Steelers. Like they say tight end, but you got Eric Ebron, I'm pretty sure Vance McDonald's still there. Might be their only 1 year deal. But um something I really don't like is like I love James Conner's story, but I don't love his play. Najee Harris will just be like a what the hell type pick, so kind of crazy. But I think that he's just a pure stealer with being able to just plow through everybody. And I've seen him, he has such amazing jump cuts and everything. It's so fun to watch. I think he's going to be a solid talent in the NFL. And no, he's not like some shifty, like super smooth athlete, but his jump cuts are so clean, so quick, so precise, and that dude can lower the freaking shoulder. So, you know, I mean, his ceiling's capped because he doesn't have that super long speed, but I wouldn't really write him off at this point. All right, so right now with the Browns, Elijah Molden's fallen this far. I think he's a first round talent. Mel Kiper thinks he's definitely like the number 2 corner or something like that in the draft. So I mean, I'm not that high on him. I'm like number 4, but we'll stick with Elijah Molden here. I mean, great corner. You're gonna add that to a stacked corner core, and as PFF says, when like there's no reason for like you can never have enough corners. So stick to Elijah Molden. Great pick. Puka Williams. He's actually kind of fun to watch. Um, all right, now we're with the Ravens. Like at this point, you can take an edge. Like Tyreek Smith, I think he's a solid one. Tony, I think that the only reason he's up here is because like there was attention taken off him for Yetur Gross-Matos, but uh, I mean it's not horrible. I mean they'd be doing a little bit of a reach, but Ravens always get these like crazy steals. So let's see who they can possibly get. Um, and I mean I love giving them offensive weapons, even though I know they literally do not need it at all. So I mean, I'm not going to give him one here. I'm just interested to see who's still on the board. I don't think Chaterius Atwell is that high up. He's really good, but uh, eh. Okay, did the guy out of Florida State already go? Yeah, he definitely already went. There's a guy out of Florida State who's actually pretty good. I like him a lot. Um, Amizie, I need to watch more tape on this guy, but he actually looks pretty solid. I don't know why he's ranked down this low. And Reggie Roberson, pony up. But um, my guy, Rasheed Rice, now he's going to be a true sophomore. Guy's a monster. So, I mean, respect to Reggie, but I think my guy, Rasheed, is going to do leaps and bounds better. He's going to be probably like I would hope for him to be a first round pick. But I mean, that's almost impossible for anybody to do. But hey, power to him. We're going to bring him on the channel too soon, by the way. So keep your eyes out for that. All right. Now back to this. The corner core really doesn't need any help. They already got a safety up in this. So, I mean, when in doubt, Jalen Mayfield's a monster. He was the only guy to really handle Chase Young and just like completely shut him down. So we're going Jalen Mayfield here for this last pick. So guys, let me know what you thought. Let's just go to my picks here. I mean, I know like you guys are definitely going to disagree with some of these picks. You're going to agree with some of these picks. Rondale Moore is something I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of shit about, but you know, it's all fun and games here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, there's going to be plenty more content coming now that it's summer. This has been a fun thing to do. I really enjoy it. It's like, let me know if you guys want to see more divisions. They're coming anyways, but please subscribe if you guys want to see more because there's going to be so much more content. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.